fellow Dominicans. Today, Monday, December 3rd, 2018, persons with disabilities in Dominica join the disability fraternity globally to commemorate International Day for Persons with Disabilities. For over 2 decades, the United Nations has encouraged and advised countries and member states around the world to pay attention to and take action to alleviate the plight and eliminate the barriers which the estimated 1 billion people who live with disabilities face. They have done so by focusing on various themes with the ultimate objective to create an all-inclusive and disability-friendly society. Empowering persons with disabilities and ensuring inclusiveness and equality is this year's theme. It focuses on empowering persons with disabilities for the inclusive, equitable, and sustainable development envisaged in the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. The 2030 Agenda, which pledges to leave no one behind, is an ambitious plan of action of the international community towards a peaceful and prosperous world where dignity of an individual person and equality among all is applied as a fundamental principle. It cuts across the 3 pillars of the work of the United Nations, which are development, human rights, and peace and security. Goal 11 of the 2030 Agenda places great importance on issues related to sustainable urbanization. This goal aims to make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. The government of Dominica's post-Maria Declaration relating to building a climate-resilient Dominica, utilizing a Build Back Better concept, and making Dominica the first climate-resilient country in the world, is evidence of us fully embracing this goal. We also see this goal working in tandem and linked with Article 9 of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, which addresses the issue of accessibility. Access to the physical environment encompasses buildings, roads, other indoor and outdoor facilities, including schools, housing, medical facilities, and workplaces. The objective of building an enabling environment is to allow persons with disabilities to live independently and participate fully in all aspects of life. This is the goal that the disability community has been actively pursuing for almost 40 years. Therefore, it is extremely critical and necessary to ensure, as far as possible, that full and equal participation of persons with disabilities in all spheres of society is guaranteed. The commemoration of the International Day of Persons with Disabilities is not only restricted or limited to organizations of persons with disabilities. National policymakers, civil society organizations, academic institutions, and faith-based organizations must all play a part in the discussion for inclusive, equitable, and sustainable development going forward here in Dominica. The Dominica Association of Persons with Disabilities therefore expects this to be the approach as measures are put in place to implement certain articles of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, as was articulated by the Government of Dominica during the presentation of the 2018-2019 National Budget. This year also, DAPD celebrated its 35th anniversary. The association has much to celebrate, coming from an environment in 1983 where persons with disabilities experienced challenges and obstacles of one form or another. In commemorating its 35th anniversary, the DAPD pays tribute to the late Reginald Rule, the founder of the disability movement in Dominica and trailblazer, to whom the association owes so much for the strides, progress, and advancement that persons with disabilities have realized. The DAPD can proudly claim that Loic Charles, who is sight impaired, successfully went through mainstream education and is now a student at a university in the United States, a first ever for Dominica. Some schools now make provisions for mobility impaired persons to access their physical environment, though limited. The government of Dominica ratified the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, and some public buildings have constructed ramps for easier access to their facilities. The Multi-Purpose Development Center will soon be completed with the construction of the auditorium, taking into account the climate resilient thrust now on the way. I wish to take this opportunity to thank the institutions and persons both here and abroad who contribute to make valuable contributions towards the operations of the DAPD and the well-being and comfort of its members. There is need for much more help from the public at large, and I wish to exhort all of you to assist in whatever way that you can. I extend best wishes to the DAPD for success with every activity undertaken on the occasion of the observance of International Day for Persons with Disabilities. May the good Lord bless us all. I thank you.